My biggest thing, I feel like, as far as the people in St. Louis, he kind of set the standard for our swag in regards to the way we dress and our love for big fancy cars. I thought my uncle was like the richest person because when I saw him, I only saw him on occasion, so that was like, wow, I got an uncle that lives all the way in California and he can fly on an airplane and he always dresses nice and he always have a Cadillac or a Lincoln or something. And I remember later when I came to visit for the summer, I asked him, and we had a conversation. He said, "Well, Mama was a big woman. I had to get a big car," and I didn't realize that at the time. But I'm ready.
I wasn't ready for it.
Oh, she was not like my dad's size, so she wasn't getting no little small car. He had to make sure he had enough room for her legs and everything like that. Yeah. But my memory is that of just being out here with you all for the summer, and that was my first time being on the airplane and things like that, just coming out here, and he had gotten tickets for me to go to like Disneyland and these different amusement parks. Before I had even got here, he had already had things prepared for me to do.
Wow.
And also, it was extended for me to stay in California, but I was St. Louis, we got to go back to St. Louis. So I'm another one of those people that, I probably would have been a Californian, but I had to get back to St. Louis. But yeah, just being there and just being with him and knowing that, seeing someone that seemed more successful than the situation that we were in was a motivator. And right now I'm a realtor and I always think about the fact that my uncle was a realtor as well. So yeah. You too?
Oh, yeah.
Now, let me
I used to be up at Central 20.
Okay.
I'll get on that Slauson bus and be right there.
Let me interject right here. This is what amazes me the most about family, is that there is a genetic factor that is undeniable. You can be thousands and thousands of miles apart, and you still end up in the same vein. Whether it's education, whether it's the caretaking field, meaning being nurse, doctor, whatever, if it's lawyers, there is a genetic factor that my hope and prayer for families is that they're, especially African American families, is that they're able to identify the strength that is flowing through the veins and tap into it because it's there. But because so much was taken from us being able to fuel and feed one another in our strengths and our propensities that are positive, not negative, right? So then we get lost along the journey, and there's a handful of us that actually find our way, but there should be more of us who find our way. Next.